Well, hello parents, and welcome to this month's edition of The Briefing, a monthly update letting you know what's happening in student ministry here at Oxford Bible Fellowship. Well, here's what I want to do. I want to do two things. First, I want to give you guys a gift. A little bit more about that in a second. But second, what I want to do is give you guys some dates and also information about what to expect in student ministry in the next coming weeks and even throughout the rest of the year. So, the gift. I want to give you guys a gift that I think is pretty hard to come by these days, and that is a gift of certainty. I want to give you guys the gift of you knowing for sure what to expect when it comes to what student ministry will look like this year, okay? I feel like that's a pretty good gift, okay? So here's what you can expect. This is what you can know for sure. You can take to the bank, if you will, okay? You can know and you can expect that we will continue to meet in person on Wednesday nights and soon also on Sunday mornings for youth ministry, for student ministry, okay? And so here's what this means. Certainly there are precautions that we need to continue to make sure they're in place and followed by. And believe you me, I get that, okay? My wife is a nurse. We talk about this almost every single day. But also understand this. It is our top priority as the leaders of your students is for their spiritual growth and development. And there is absolutely no substitute for the coming together of believers and unbelievers, right? So kids who love Jesus and kids who don't know Jesus yet or don't follow Jesus yet, there's no substitute for the coming together in one place at one time to listen to the teaching of God's word and to also see God's word being modeled, lived out by men and women who deeply love Jesus and also are invested in the spiritual lives of your students. And so because of that, it is our duty, it is our calling to ensure that as much as it is up to us, as much as we're able to, that we do not compromise on the importance of gathering together for that to happen. And so with that being said, yes, we are conscientious of the steps that we need to take in place to ensure that happens, but we're also committed to doing whatever it takes to be able to offer that and to be able to walk obediently to what God calls us to do. So that's the first thing. So then secondly, what I want to do is give you guys some important dates to keep in mind and also some information about curriculum and what student ministry will look like in the fall. So the first big date is August the 30th. August the 30th is our big fall kickoff. It is kind of the start to a new year of ministry. And this year, our fall kickoff will be on Sunday, August the 30th, from 4 to 7 p.m. And we'll be having it at the Reynolds property, okay? So Jason and Stephanie Reynolds have been so gracious to allow us to all descend upon their property and to do our fall kickoff at their place this year. So make sure you circle that date, write it down, highlight it, whatever you need to do. It's going to be a fantastic time. Every year we seem to be able to kind of take it up another notch, and so every year it kind of gets more and more intense and more exciting. And so this year we've got so much planned, we've got so much in store for your students, and so just make sure you know that date, August the 30th. Second date is September the 6th. September the 6th is when we are going to resume Sunday morning student ministry. And so Pastor Garrett and I are working through details and also trying to figure out which time slot would be best for us to have that. So whether it's at the 9 a.m. service or the 10:30, that's still to be determined. But what we do know is that September the 6th, that will occur. So I'll make sure to let you know whether it's at the 9 a.m. service or at the 9:30 service. But September 6th, important date. And we're just going to pick up where we left off back in March in Romans chapter 6. And so that's really exciting. I'm so excited to be able to have 2 touch points with students again throughout the week. Now, curriculum-wise, what we'll be doing, like I said, on Sunday mornings is we're resuming our study in the book of Romans, and so I'm really excited about that. Wednesday nights, for our high schoolers, what we're doing is we're looking through the book of Psalms and really just examining and looking at how David pens all these beautiful songs and poems and how he's so transparent and real with the highs and lows of his life and how his reliance and his trust on God is is really, it seems to fluctuate at times, and yet how God's faithfulness doesn't fluctuate and never changes, and how God's presence is with us in the highs of highs and also in the lows of lows. So we'll be looking at some Psalms of lament. We'll be looking at some Psalms of thanksgiving. We'll be looking at some Psalms of just pure just excitement and thrill and Psalms of praise and worship. And so kind of all the feels, right? All the emotions that kind of go into our spiritual journey and walk with the Lord. We'll be exploring that with our high schoolers. Middle schoolers, we're doing a series called Secret Church, looking specifically at heaven, hell, and the end times, and how they all sort of intersect there. And so it's really exciting to be able to have the future in mind, live for the future, living for our eternal home and destination, and yet understanding that what we hope for in the future dictates how we live today. So that's what our middle schools are studying and the series we're going through. So third but not least, thank you. I just want to say thank you for being flexible these past couple weeks and past couple months as changes happened, and you guys have just been so great. So thank you for your grace. Thank you for being flexible. And as much as I, say that I'm fairly certain what the next couple months and really the rest of this year will look like, we never really know for sure, right? And so I'm not trying to take back my gift. I'm just saying we really we don't know for sure, right? And so I ask you to continue to remain flexible and to give us grace and pray for the leaders, for myself, as we really do desire to serve you well. We really desire to serve your students well, to be able to really love them in a way that will spur them on in their walk with Jesus. And so that being said, have a great rest of your week, and we cover your prayers and grateful for the partnership that God has allowed to happen between the church and different ministries with parents and students and leaders. And so God bless. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you guys soon.